Hi, I'm Sir Dash Masong. Welcome to my Licensure Exam for Teachers Review. Professional Education, Part 1. Let's start. Prof. Ed 1. Child and Adolescent Development. Piaget's Cognitive Development. A teacher notices that her grade 2 students still struggle to understand that the amount of water remains the same even when poured from a short, wide glass into a tall, narrow glass. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, these students are most likely in which stage? A. Sensory motor stage. B. Pre-operational stage. C. Concrete operational stage. Or D. Formal operational stage. Again, a teacher notices that her grade 2 students still struggle to understand that the amount of water remains the same even when poured from a short, wide glass into a tall, narrow glass. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, these students are most likely in which stage? A. Sensory motor stage. B. Pre-operational stage. C. Concrete operational stage. Or D. Formal operational stage. Go. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Alright, short trivia lang. Sa Philippines, we pronounce it as Jean Piaget. Pero since siya ay Swiss developmental psychologist, yung tamang pronunciation daw is Piaget. Piaget. Okay. Alright, the correct answer is letter B, pre-operational stage. Bakit? Let's recall na yung pre-operational stage is defined by the inability to perform conservation. Yung understanding that quantity stays the same despite changes in appearance. While children aged 7 to 8 are typically entering the concrete operational stage, according to Piaget, yung stage na yon ay gradual. Some children may still display pre-operational traits, especially when tasks are complex. Now, since the scenario states na yung students daw still struggle with conservation, ibig sabihin nito, the most accurate answer based on the demonstrated behavior is pre-operational stage. Alright, bakit mali si A, C, and D? Letter A. Yung sensory motor stage, mali siya. Why? Kasi ito ay yung from birth to 2 years old, where infants learn through sensory and motor actions, not through logical reasoning about quantity. Letter C. Yung concrete operational stage naman, mali rin kasi typically ito yung stage from age 7 to 11 and when children develop conservation skills na. Sabi sa statement kanina, no, the students cannot yet conserve. Hence, they have not fully reached this stage. And letter D, formal operational stage, mali rin kasi this stage begins around age 11 and involves abstract and hypothetical thinking na, which is far more advanced than conservation. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Prof. Ed 2. Principles of Teaching, Classroom Management. Teacher Maria has a student who constantly talks out of turn during class discussions. Yung sagot ng sagot kahit hindi niya naman turn. Instead of scolding the student publicly, she quietly approaches the student's desk, places a hand on his shoulder, and gives a subtle nod to remind him to raise his hand. This classroom management technique is an example of blank. A. Proximity control. B. Positive reinforcement. C. Extinction. Or D. Punishment. Again, Teacher Maria has a student who constantly talks out of turn during class discussions. Instead of scolding the student publicly, she quietly approaches the student's desk, places a hand on his shoulder, and gives a subtle nod to remind him to raise his hand. This classroom management technique is an example of blank. A. Proximity control. B. Positive reinforcement. C. Extinction. Or D. Punishment. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Alright. The correct answer is letter A, proximity control. Okay, bakit? Yung proximity control is a classroom management strategy where the teacher moves physically close to a student, kaya proximity control, who is off task or misbehaving. Ano yung goal nito? to gently redirect their attention without disrupting the flow of the lesson or para mapahiya yung student. This nonverbal intervention is very effective. Why? It addresses the behavior discreetly while maintaining the student's dignity. Siyempre, ayaw natin napahiya yung student. It allows the teacher to manage minor behavioral issues without stopping instruction or mag-draw ng negative attention dun kay student. Bakit mali si BCT? Ang common error dito, sinasagot ng iba, letter B, positive reinforcement. Pero mali yun. Kasi when you say positive reinforcement, it involves adding a reward or positive consequence to increase a desired behavior. Example nun yung pagbibigay ng praise when the student raises his hand. Dito wala namang reward na binigay. Letter C, extinction. Mali rin to. Kasi extinction involves withholding reinforcement to stop a behavior. Example, ignoring the students out of turn talking until stops. Dito hindi naman niya in-ignore, di ba? Actively nag-intervene si Teacher Maria. Letter D, punishment. Incorrect then. Why? Punishment involves applying an aversive consequence or removing a privilege to decrease a behavior. Dito, yung action ni Teacher Maria is gentle and corrective. Hindi naman siya punitive. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Prof. Ed 3, Assessment of Student Learning, Types of Assessment. At the end of a unit on fractions, Teacher Carlo gives his students a 50-item test to determine what they have learned and to assign final grades for the quarter. What type of assessment is Teacher Carlo administering? A. Formative assessment, B. Diagnostic assessment, C. Summative assessment, or D. Authentic assessment. Again, at the end of a unit on fractions, Teacher Carlo gives his students a 50-item test to determine what they have learned and to assign final grades for the quarter. What type of assessment is Teacher Carlo administering? A. Formative assessment, B. Diagnostic assessment, C. Summative assessment, or D. Authentic assessment. Go! Pause this video, try to answer it on your own. The correct answer is letter C, summative assessment. Let's try to recall. Yung summative assessment, conducted yon at the end of an instructional period, kagaya ng unit, or quarter, or sem, or school year. The purpose is to evaluate student learning, measure achievement against standards, and assign grades. So typically, formal ito graded and used for accountability purposes. From the scenario, yung test ni Teacher Carlo at the end of the fractions unit, it serves exactly yung purpose na to. Nga? Kasi ang goal niya is to determine what students have learned and to compute their grades. Okay, bakit mali si A, B, and D? Yung formative assessment kasi, kaya ito mali kasi they are conducted during instruction. Ano yung purpose nito? To provide feedback and adjust teaching. Hindi siya ginagawa at the end of the unit. Example nito, yung mga quizzes or mga exit tickets. Letter B, yung diagnostic assessment naman, of course, malito kasi alam natin na yung diagnostic assessment, binibigay ito not at the end, pero dun sa beginning. So, they are given before the instruction. Ano yung purpose nito? To identify students' prior knowledge, strengths, and weaknesses. Next, bakit mali yung authentic assessment? Mali ito kasi the authentic assessment, it requires students to perform a real-world task that demonstrate application ng knowledge or ng lesson. Example nun yung mga projects or portfolios. Yung traditional 50-item test, hindi siya considered na authentic assessment. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Prof. Ed 4, Educational Philosophy. A teacher designs her lessons around student interests, encourages hands-on activities, and believes that education should prepare students for active participation in a democratic society. Her teaching philosophy is most aligned with blank. A. Essentialism, B. Perennialism, C. Progressivism, or D. Existentialism. Again, a teacher designs her lessons around student interest, encourages hands-on activities, and believes that education should prepare students for active participation in a democratic society. Her teaching philosophy is most aligned with blank. A. Essentialism, B. perennialism, C. Progressivism, or D. Existentialism? Go. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Alright, the correct answer is letter C. Progressivism. Okay, bakit? Tandaan natin, or i-recall muna natin, na yung progressivism is an educational philosophy rooted in the works of John Dewey that emphasizes learning through experience, problem-solving, and active student participation. Yung mga progressivists, they believe that education should be relevant dun sa students' lives and should prepare them for citizenship in a democratic society. From the situation, the teachers focus on student interests, hands-on activities, and democratic participation. It perfectly reflects yung progressivism. Also, yung progressivism, it rejects rote memorization and teacher-centered instruction in favor of inquiry-based, student-centered learning. Sir, bakit mali yung ABD? Yung letter A, essentialism, take note of the word essential. Okay. It emphasizes teaching core academic knowledge and basic skills through a traditional, teacher-centered approach. So yung focus nito on what is essential rather than student interest. Yung perennialism naman, mali rin to. Bakit? It focuses naman on universal truths and great works ng literature and philosophy. So ang emphasis niya ay reasoning and intellectual development through classic texts, not hands-on activities. Yung existentialism naman, mali rin kasi yung focus naman nito ay individual choice, freedom, and personal meaning-making. Okay? It focuses more on individual self-discovery than on democratic participation and social preparation. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless! Prof. Ed 5, Curriculum Development, Curriculum Models. Teacher Anna is designing a curriculum for her school. She starts by identifying the learning outcomes she wants students to achieve, then selects content and learning experiences that will help achieve these outcomes, and finally, designs assessments to measure whether the outcomes were met. This approach follows which curriculum development model? A. Taba model, B. Tyler model, C. Saylor and Alexander model, or D. Oliva model. Again, Teacher Anna is designing a curriculum for her school. She starts by identifying the learning outcomes she wants students to achieve, then selects student and learning experiences that will help achieve these outcomes, and finally designs assessments to measure whether the outcomes were met. This approach follows which curriculum development model? A. Taba model, B. Tyler model, C. Saylor and Alexander model, or D. Oliva model. Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter B, Tyler model. Bakit? Let's recall. The Tyler model, also known as Tyler rationale, is one of the most influential curriculum development models. Why? It follows a logical sequential approach. Number 1, define educational objectives, kung ano yung kailangan matutunan ni student. Number 2, select learning experiences para ma-achieve yung objective na yon. Number 3, organize those experiences effectively. And number 4, evaluate whether the objectives have been met. From the situation, si Teacher Anna, yung process niya, tignan natin ano. Number 1, it started with learning outcomes, then content and experiences, then assessments. So it directly follows Tyler's 4 fundamental questions. This model is often described as a means-ends approach sa curriculum planning. Bakit mali si A, C, and D? Okay. Recall natin, ano ba yung Taba model? Yung Taba model, incorrect kasi ito ay inductive grassroots approach. It begins with teachers identifying specific learning needs and then developing curriculum from the bottom up rather than starting with broad objectives. Letter C, Saylor and Alexander model. Mali rin to. This model is broader and includes 4 major phases. Una, goals and objectives. Pangalawa, curriculum design. Next, implementation. And pang-apat, yung evaluation. Ito ay less focus on the precise sequencing na dinescribe kanina kay Teacher Anna. Next, Oliva model, mali rin ito. Kasi yung Oliva model naman, it's a more comprehensive interactive model that considers external and internal factors. At dito, it allows for more flexibility and feedback loops between components. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Hashtag, sana makatulong. If you want a free digital copy of this reviewer, pinamimigay ko po ng libre. How? Just comment on this video, free reviewer. Alright. For more reviewers, you may follow my social media account, Sir Dash Academy, available sa YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. That's it. Sana makatulong. See you sa next session. God bless.